Hi everyone, I'm just going to do a little demonstration of the area model for division. This time it is dividing by 9 and we're using our little template here that I've provided for you to use on Shobi if that makes you happy. Okay, so following our process we write down the multiples of our divisor. Remembering our divisor is the number that is dividing the big number. Okay, so I'm going to write down the multiples of 9 first because that's going to be helpful for me later. So multiples of 9 are 9 1s are 9, 9 2s are 18, 9 3s are 27, 9 4s are 36, 9 5s are 45, 9 6s are 54, 9 7s are 63, 9 8s are 72, 9 9s are 81, and 9 10s are 90. Okay, I've written down my multiples. They're going to help me to break up the numbers into friendly numbers. The second thing is doing my MAD T. So I know the big number is being divided by 9, and the big number is 1,845, and this is the part of the MAD T that I'm trying to find out what the answer is. I'm pretty clever because I know that this number, given the types of numbers that we're using, is going to be smaller than this number. Okay, I have to remember that when I'm checking later on. All right, when I estimate my answer, I need to think about which numbers are friendly to divide. So I'm looking at my number 1,845 and I see that 18 is a multiple of 9. So using my extended facts, I know then that 18,000 will also be a multiple of 9. Alrighty, so I'm going to use that one to help me out. I'm going to write 18,000 divided by 9 is 18 divided by 9. So 9 times 2 is 18. So 9 times 2 is 18. Okay, but the 18 was actually multiplied by 100 to make 1,800 or 1,800. So my 2 also needs to be multiplied by 100 on the other side, and that makes sense to me. So 9 lots of 200 would be 1,800, or 1,800 divided by 9 is 200. So I'm thinking my answer down here is going to be around about 200, but I'm not going to write that in there. Okay, I'm just remembering. All right, after I do number 3, my estimate, I go down to solve it using an efficient strategy. Today's strategy is going to be the area model. So I'm thinking my number is 1,845. I need to break it into friendly numbers. I'm thinking I like what I did for my estimate, so I'm going to do 1,800 plus 45. What's really good about that when I check my numbers, because sometimes when I have trickier ones, it might not be quite as simple as this. What I like about this is I've got my 18,000, which goes with my 9 times 2 is 18, and I have my 45, which goes with my 9 times 5 is 45. All right, so I'm pretty happy. I think this is going to work out quite well. So I'm going to represent 1,845 with an area model. So I'm going to make this part of the area model to be 1,800 and this one to be 45. I'm dividing it by 9. Now, if I'm dividing by a smaller number, it's a bit easier to do, but this time I'm dividing by 9, so I have to cut it into 9 bits if I want to show the strategy this way. Okay, so I can go this way. Let's see if I've made 9 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 parts. So I'm cutting that really big number into 9 parts. So hopefully you can sort of see now why I might not always be drawing the area model in that way, because if I'm dividing by 9 or 10 or something like that, it's going to be pretty big. This is an alternate way of writing this. So I might do, this is worth 1,800 divided by 9, and this is going to be 45 divided by 9. Oopsies, I won't write the divided by 9. This is 1,800, and this is 45. Okay, so it's the same thing, but this time I'm going to do 1,800 divided by 9. Far out. 45 divided by 9. So I know that 9 times 2 is 18, and I've got moved up 2 place values, so that is likely to be the same as what I did for my estimate before. So it would be 200 plus 200, plus 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200 plus 200. So you can see why this gets a bit arduous when we've got big numbers. So 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 1800. Okay, so that's still worth, if I added them all up, it would be 1800. So that is still worth what I said it would be worth. Now I'm going to do the next one, which is 45 divided by 9. 9 fives are 45. 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. Okay, 5, 10. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45. Okay, so I know that 9 fives are 45. Okay, so I've actually broken it up into equal parts, 9 equal parts. And how do I show those 9 equal parts? Oopsies, I might decide to highlight the row that I'm really wanting to look at, which is just one of them. So a real world problem could be that I have 1,845 people at the school, and I need to break them up into 9 groups for some reason, and how many is in each group it could be. Okay, so what I'm going to do is add up the 2 things that are in one of those. So to find out how many is in each group, it is 200 plus 5, which equals 205. So that's what I'm thinking my answer is probably going to be. I'm going to double check over here, not double check, I'm just going to show it in a different way, which is a bit less, fewer lines and less writing. I'm just going to do 1,800 divided by 9, and that is 200. And this is 45 divided by 9, which is equal to 5. And then I do 200 plus 5, which equals 205. So that would be my other way of showing the area model. I don't have to do both, I just choose one. Okay, so now I'm going to check. Is my answer, which is 205, similar to my estimate? Yes, it is. It is very similar to my estimate, which is 200. And my answer over here is 205, is very similar. Okay, so then I'm going to now go to the next step. And I'm going to use the opposite operation. Okay, so if I think my answer is 205, what I'm going to do is I'm going to multiply. So the opposite operation, or the inverse operation of divide, is multiply. So this time I'm going to do a multiplication. I'm going to multiply these 2 numbers. I'm going to do 205 multiplied by 9. Today I'm going to use the split strategy, which is, I'm thinking 205, to break it into friendly numbers to multiply, I'm going to say it's 200 plus 5. Okay, so I'm going to multiply 200 by 9, and then I'm going to multiply 5 by 9, and then I'm going to add them together. This is a really neat way of doing the split strategy, instead of these horrible wiggly lines that you do over like that and get all mixed up. Okay, so I'd rather you did it this way. So I've got 2 times 9 is 1800, and using my extended fact, 5 times 9 is 45. See how I'm making sure that I'm lining up my place value columns for when I add. Okay, so I've got 5, 4, 8, 1, 1,845. And what I'm really happy about is when I check my MAD-T, it's the same numbers. 1,845 is 9 times 205, which means that it is the same answer. So I'm going to, at the last bit, I'm going to write my answer in the end, which is 205, and I'm going to double underline my answer. And that's that done. Thank you.